Okay, so this is going to be a video response to 2 Rocker U's Gay Marriage Revised video. Now, I'm not going to bother arguing from an atheistic point of view. I'm going to pretend, because I am an atheist, I'm going to pretend that I'm a theistic Christian and that I believe every word of the Bible, which I have read, by the way. I have read the Bible. I mean, you can't say something isn't real without first reviewing the evidence for and against it being real or not real. So, you say that God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. A favourite slogan for protesters of, general gayness. But the way I understand it, God created everything. God created Adam, Eve, Steve, the American government, Canada, and France, and frogs, and snails, and everything that is, and will ever be, and ever could be, God will have created. So, yeah, that didn't make sense, did it? That Adam created nothing. God created Adam and Eve, and not Adam and Steve. God created it all. You're talking nonsense, girl. And then you say that you're not targeting homosexuality as any bigger sin than anything else. It's not this super mega bad sin, I believe, is the way you phrased it. So cute. No, it's not this super mega bad sin, because all sins are equal in the eyes of God. Being cruel to animals, being cruel to people, going to work on the Sabbath, eating shrimp, all those things, planting 2 different crops in the same field, all bad. So why are you choosing to make a video about homosexuality and not planting 2 different crops in the same field and wearing 2 different fibres in one t-shirt? Why? Okay. I'm sorry. And you use Leviticus and the first book of Corinthians by Paul to say that God views homosexuality as this massive sin. And you even seem to have knowledge, and you say that originally it wasn't the word homosexuality, but it was the word effeminate. Kudos to you for having some knowledge and having looked back to that. But if you look back to the Bible from when, before it was in English, before it was translated in its original text, I should imagine the meaning was probably quite different. And I'm not going to say that it actually was, or it isn't, or it definitely isn't, because I don't know. I don't speak that language. I have no idea. And that's the whole point, isn't it? All we have in English, if English is our only language, if French is our only language, if our only language is Dutch, all we have is what somebody has translated, thus what they have interpreted from these 2 languages that they know, as to be the meaning of this story. Now, I think the Sodom and Gomorrah story could have easily have been taken as, don't rape other men. Don't. No. Men shouldn't rape other men. It's wrong. I agree with that stance. I completely agree with that stance, and I think that's a fantastic message to take from that fictional story. I mean, real story, obviously, because I'm a Christian. Yeah. So, there's that. Now, I agree with you. Marriage should be this sacred, because, But if we're saying that, we shouldn't really let anybody who doesn't believe in God who doesn't wholeheartedly believe in the message of the Bible, we shouldn't let them get married under this special bond of God. But say we are letting them get married, and, well, which we are, we don't ban atheists from getting married. Okay? How does allowing marriage mean that you accept, embrace this lifestyle, which I personally disagree that it's a lifestyle? All it really changes is who you have sex with and fall in love with, and who it is you think about when you're fantasizing, because we all fantasize. So I don't really understand that. But I do agree with you. If you get married, it's a commitment that you make in front of your family and your friends and God, if you believe in him, her, whichever gender you prefer God to be. I personally believe that God as being omnipotent. If there is a God and God is omnipotent and omnipresent, God would be genderless, really. Though, from the chauvinistic point of view of the Bible, one has to assume that if there is a God, he is male. So yeah, I completely agree. If you shouldn't get married if you don't think you're going to stay married forever. And humans change their minds all the time. We are constantly changing within ourselves. We are constantly changing our views on things. Our opinions of people change because of their actions. Thus, we can't say that we truly will love somebody forever and always until they die, until you die. Because you don't know how much they could change. You really don't. That's why marriage is a flawed institution. And there are many reasons why the divorce rate has gone up, and I don't think it's got all that much to do with us being godless now. So, yeah, I mean, why shouldn't gay people have the right to make this crazy decision to decide that they want to say that they love somebody forever and they're going to be with them forever and they want to share everything with them? Why should they? I mean, I've already said why the Bible doesn't say that they shouldn't. I mean, the Bible doesn't say, yeah, marry the gays should get married, that's awesome. But I believe it was Jesus that said, God made man eunuchs, certain men eunuchs, for a reason. Eunuchs meaning men who cannot produce children, but in that sense of the word, when it was written, when it was said, it included any man that either decided or couldn't have children. Hence, gay men, while they can have children, by choosing a life partner that is male, can't have children. And Jesus himself said, some men aren't meant for the love of women. So, your Bible says that homosexuality is intended for some people. So I don't understand the whole problem you have with it. Now, I'd love to hear back from you. I don't know if I will, but I'd love to, hit me up a video response. Prove me wrong in thinking that you're just going to ignore this like most people would. Yeah. So, yeah. I look forward to maybe hearing from you.